Well, this is a pisser. I accepted an order. All of a sudden the app went bloop, and it's still looking for orders. So, what happened? I'm getting text messages saying, you should be on your way. But the order's not on the app. It says looking for orders. Try to call support. I'm getting Verizon cannot connect you to the number. And she was on a walker, and she, I'm gonna be honest, she reminded me of my mom. My mom had to walk with a walker, but she was smartest attack. And this lady was very, very bright, very, talking about we had a lot of quick conversations, especially about the weather. Another one popped up, and then I said, but I went ahead and took it because lately the offer things lately has been kind of wonky. It's $29.99, basically almost just $30 for 18 miles. It's a triple shop.
The Silver Dasher.
Morning. It's Tuesday. Going to do our morning spark. It's a little cold. It's in mid 40s. Wearing a light jacket. Once again, little strange things about the orders. 5:30 came along. Nothing came about. But a few minutes later, I got a just for you order for shopping for $21 for 24 miles. So I rejected that. So I waited, and then another one popped up, and then I said, but I went ahead and took it because lately the offer things lately has been kind of wonky. It's $29.99, basically almost just $30 for 18 miles. It's a triple shop, but each of the customers are like 7 items, 8 items, very small items. All three customers are in Lincoln. 18.3 miles. It's going to take an hour and 4 minutes. That's mainly from the travel. So I went and took that. It's one of those, not quite double the dollar amount, dollar over the miles, but when the second opportunity comes up and it's close, like I said, I only get one shot. If the first one's bad, I reject it. But then if the second one, is not bad but not good, I go ahead and take it. And it's just one of those things. How my market works. So, and I've seen some recent comments. I've been I apologize for some of the lateness of the video, especially the recap. Yesterday was I had the day off yesterday, and it was very busy. Trying to get a lot of things done. But I read some of the comments about some people don't do the shopping at all, which is fine. Unfortunately for me, it's the opposite. I want to do the pickups here, but they keep canceling, and I'm not the only one. There are several drivers here I've talked to. They've had the same issue. It is a management issue, or it's either that, or the employees, the people in charge are playing favorites. Because like I said, I had another subscriber who I've met personally told me his theory is there's too many drivers. So I think that's why there's some favorites being played. So that's just my opinion. I don't know if it's true or not. So anyhow, so let's head to Walmart, get ready for this triple shopping. Well, the good part is once I'm done shopping all that, it'll be daylight again. So, hey, this guy in front of me doesn't. What the heck is? What's your problem? You don't have your lights on. He does not have his lights on. he's only got his his running lights, because the rear end lights are not on. So, oh well. So, let's head to Walmart and do the shopping. See you in a little bit. Well, I just dropped off the last of that shopping. It was a little challenging to an RV park. In fact, it's an RV park I've been before as a DoorDasher, because there's at the entrance of the RV park is a tiny house. I delivered to that tiny house. I recognize that, but the app showed the wrong place, and so. I'm actually on Talladega Boulevard, or Speedway Boulevard. That's so I recognize this, from my DoorDash, and I've delivered over here before. And yeah, 3 customers shopping. This last customer wanted a couple things, but they wanted cat litter, but they didn't have the cat litter. So then the app said, make a suggestion, which I did. I suggested the cat litter that we use. I got the same poundage, 14-pound bag, and they want it all natural. Well, the cat litter we have, it's all natural. It's from corn husks or something. It's a plant material, but we use it. We have for our cat, we have a litter robot. We have litter robot number 4. Trust me, we've had cats for years. Having that litter robot is a godsend. Just got to keep it maintained. I even got one of those litter filler-upper things on the back of that automatic. Now, granted, it's expensive, but trust me, the agony and the convenience, no more agony. The convenience of it, automatically do that, and I just clean it. I clean it out once a week. And in between, I'd fill up the hopper, so to speak, in the back twice a week, and yeah. So anyway, yeah. What's funny, all the places that I went to today for this shopping delivery, all those are every one of them were DoorDash locations. I've been to every one or close by. So. But I had a problem with one at the RV park. Now, the app told me to go to this location. Well, it stopped, but it's the entrance to the RV park. And so I had to turn off location to get through the process. But then I had to turn it back on for it to take the photo and continue with the closing. And then it just sat there spinning on. So I reset the app, and then, sure enough, I made sure, and it says I marked it delivered. So now, like I said, I'm Speedway Boulevard. In fact, this is old DoorDash country for me. So I'm going to head back into town, drive by Walmart and see if I can pick up another order. If not, go in there and sit there and wait. And if I don't get anything, we'll go be door dashing this afternoon. So let's see what happens. See you in a little bit. Well, I've been home about 30 minutes and I caught a shopping. Almost $18 for 5.1 miles. Take about 30 minutes altogether. So yeah. Super rare to get second shopping. Super rare to be able to catch one. One popped up just about 10 minutes ago and missed. So let's head back to Walmart and do some shopping. See you in a little bit. Well, I just delivered that shopping. I'm going to be honest, this was a pleasant. It was to an elderly lady. I believe the customer who ordered it was not her, because she says, please bring inside. She's an elderly person. And so, yeah, she lives in a very nice mobile home amongst a property. I think they're all related, but she had a paved road up to her, and it had a long ramp. And she was on a walker, and she, I'm going to be honest, she reminded me of my mom. My mom had to walk with a walker, but she was smart as a tack. And this lady was very, very bright, very, talking about we had a lot of quick conversations, especially about the weather. But I brought everything in. I set it on the kitchen counter, actually kitchen island for her, and up high, so it's easy for her to unload the bags, and that's what she asked me to put it there. So, yeah, that was pleasant. I'm always happy to bring groceries in for the elderly. This is about the third time I've done it, and they always get to me, they get a kick about having somebody, at least for a minute or two, to just come in, talk, for a second about mundane stuff, just to have interaction. I enjoy that, and she, very, very personable lady. So yeah, that was, I enjoyed that one. So anyhow, yeah, 15 minutes left in my morning spark. I don't think. Oh, that reminds me. Bell City now has the map system that Oxford has. It got implemented today. In fact, this was, I like how they got it now better. They still now, a couple of days ago, they had that little map, where it automatically shows the route for you and you can see yourself. They were implementing that, but now they have the list. It's the refresh list, where it's nothing but the aisle number and the section number on the list. There's no more subtitles, like frozen, dairy, all that kind of stuff. It's all one list. But here's the neat thing I found, and I like this, and they're smart. The start, now you can start differently, but the start of, if you just start at the top and go through, it goes through all the normal stuff, even the produce, and then it goes to the cold stuff. So I did this on this shopping. That's why I just followed, the trick. The only thing I did differently was on the very first order this morning. They wanted me to go to what they call those little displays on their aisles, like the big. You've probably seen the big, huge Frito-Lay display, where they have all the big boxes and the individual bags and all that. They wanted me to go there first, and I said no. I always like to go to the pharmacy first, because it's on the other side of the store. So I was able to go through that, and then I went back, and then from then, the list continues to go, non-perishables and frozen, and produce. It does the produce part of that. Then it starts giving you the first cold stuff, the first one. Oh, crud. Didn't get that one time. Oh, man. That was $15 for a 1 mile shopping. Oh, well. But yeah. But this shopping, I followed exactly the list. Pretty easy, and it also includes the radar, so to speak, that shows you the path directly to the item and the shelf. So, yeah. The only problem is some of the stuff, there was some baking stuff. It kept saying A43, so we don't have an A43. Well, but it was all baking stuff, so I knew where it was, and I found all the baking stuff normally in the. I come to find out they have in the middle of one of the big aisles, they have the huge mini setup of all the baking stuff for Easter, and that's where I think that's where they named it at A43. But I was able to find, sure enough, I looked, there it is, I was able to find one of the things because one of the things was not in the normal baking area. And then, sure enough, but I was able to find everything. So yeah, things are looking up for Pell City, at least for shopping. I still don't do pickups because they keep canceling. I don't know why. Talked to one of the Spark drivers I talk to almost every morning. He said, yeah, things are kind of slow. Things are kind of slowed down. Now he sparks all day, and he's able to do some pickups, but he said pickings are slim. I said, yeah, I can saw that. That's why I picked that triple order, even though it was the dollar amount was not quite double the mileage. I took it. Now, the first one, like I mentioned before, the first one where it was $20 for over 24 miles, no, I didn't. I rejected that one. So, anyhow, well, let's go. Got 10 minutes left. I tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and end the Spark. That gives me time to go home, rest up a little bit, get something to eat. My wife had, she's off this week. This is spring break for her. And so she had a doctor's appointment yesterday, but she had to go to her hometown to go. That's where her normal doctor is. She's been going to the same doctor for 30 years. And so on the way, so she picked up barbecue sandwiches on the way back. So that's why I'm having for lunch. I got some barbecue sandwiches. But she also picked up some potato salad for me. The barbecue place that she goes to, they make a nice little potato salad. I like their potato salad, so she got me some of that. So I'm going to have barbecue sandwiches and a potato salad for lunch today, or early lunch. So anyway, so let's head home. Like I said, rest up a little bit, eat something, and then we're going to do DoorDash this afternoon. So see you in a little bit. Well, welcome back. It's time to do some door dashing. So like I said, the Spark this morning turned out to be pretty good. Got that second order, and we now have the Spark app changes here in Pell City. So yeah, see, the list part is what I like so far. So anyway, let's go ahead and start the dash. Let's see how we go. All right. DoorDash, our base of operations, Cracker Barrel. So I'm going to head over there and hopefully get an order. So see you in a little bit. Well, I got my first order of the day. Like I said, I only average four an hour. It's to Freddy's. It's slightly under. It's slightly over $8 and just slightly over 11 miles. But kind of get started. Like I said, I have a gut feeling if you don't start, or except you get put back in the line, so to speak. So anyhow, on to Freddy's and the customer. See you in a little bit. Oh, I just dropped off that Freddy's to a repeat DoorDash. When I saw the address, I said, I know this. I know this. I've been in this neighborhood many times. In fact, the customer that always comes to Lincoln that I told you about, I think there's like 4 or 5 young people that are living in the house, because I see, I've met 3 different people there that all live there. Well, This is the neighborhood. So, and just as I finished dropping it off, picked up a Dollar General order. It's local, $5 for 3 miles, so it's local. So let's head over to Dollar General and then do some shopping. See you in a little bit. Well, I did the Dollar General order, and it's even shorter than the short distance. This is the same Dollar General right here, and I'm right in front of it. And the last time I did it, I delivered to the customer right behind it. I just literally delivered it across the street. In fact, that place is closer to the Dollar General than that place. So less than 100 yards. And had to do all kinds of substitutions. They didn't have the Cool Whip, and she didn't want the the can whip. So so just to finish that, I picked up another Dollar General, but not at this one. I got to go to another one. It's actually I think what it is. It's the DG Market. I've been to that one several times too. And this one's, I think, let's see here. Yeah, almost $8 for 5.6 miles, $7.82. So now that first order had sent me out to Lincoln, and now I'm just riding around Lincoln doing Dollar General orders. And all these dollars, they're above water. So, and I'm on the road that I got pulled over. Well, this is the road that originally got me pulled over. So, I got to slow down. The speed limit is 25. Even though I thought it was 45. So, let's go to the other Dollar General and do the shopping, then the customer. See you in a little bit. Well, I just delivered that Dollar General. Had to call the customer because it was a set of three mobile homes. The app takes me to the middle one. There were set of 3, but the picture don't match. And sure enough, the last one looked like it matched, but I called, and sure enough, I saw the lady said, "Oh, my son's coming out." Sure enough, son came out of the last one. So all in good. Just like I said, when in doubt, call. So, let's see if we can get something else. I'm out here in Lincoln. There's nothing out here in Lincoln. They only have a Jack's, a Taco Bell, and a McDonald's, all by the interstate. Everything else is a Dollar General. So, but like I said, I've mentioned before, I'm in a zone that's 100 square miles. Other than Lincoln here, that has like 3 restaurants at DoorDash. There may be a 4th one. I think Mango's Mexican restaurant does it, but I rarely ever. I've only been there once. Been out here at McDonald's and the Jack's and Taco Bell many times. But other than that, and then I've been to these DoorDashes, nothing. Like I said, I don't get hardly ever order. If I'm happen to be out here, I may pick up one. But if I'm in Pell City and the order is to come over here, I don't take it. So anyhow, let us head back to the interstate and then head back to base, and hopefully we can get another order over there. So see you in a little bit. Well, this is a pisser. I accepted an order. All of a sudden the app went bloom, and it's still looking for orders. So what happened? I'm getting text messages saying you should be on your way, but the order's not on the app. It says looking for orders. Try to call support. I'm getting Verizon cannot connect you to the number. So, God. And I'm trying to send a text message, all right? And it's nothing. So, I think my day is done. I mean, it's not, nothing's working. Nothing's working. It says it's looking for an order, but nothing. I'm going to try one thing. I'll see what happens. See you in a little bit. I don't know what's going on. I was going to head on home, and all of a sudden the Oishi order came back up. So I said I'm behind, and then it disappeared, and then a Chick-fil-A order came up. So I'm going to Chick-fil-A, but I'm trying to call the DoorDash helpline. It keeps going to a Verizon. So let's go to Chick-fil-A. Let's see if this order works. So see you in a little bit. Well, I just delivered that Chick-fil-A.
At the stop sign, turn left onto US 78 East.
And I just declined a McDonald's order that was for $5 for over 10 miles. But then I just accepted a McDonald's order from the same McDonald's for $4 for 6 miles. At least, and because I already declined that, so my acceptance rate went down to 81. If I would decline that other one, it would have gone down to 80. And in light of this crap they were going through, they probably got me flagged as not delivering not delivering food because, and I can't call them. The number keeps going bad. So I'll just have to wait till the end of the day. So, but here's the thing: is who I just delivered to is now a brand new Walmart Spark and DoorDash customer. This customer was part of the Spark delivery I did a couple months ago, and there were neighbors side by side. And then a couple of weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, I delivered a Spark to one of the neighbors. This is the one that had the fish tanks I was telling you about. Well, I made the joke with him, well, I'm only delivering to you, but not to your neighbor. Well, I just delivered DoorDash to the neighbor. So yeah, I don't know what the deal was with DoorDash. At Chick-fil-A, I told them I was having issues, and they said, yeah, they're having issues too. They said they got over five orders that are 40 minutes late on pickup. That's wild. So, man, I don't know. I think maybe DoorDash crashed. Their support number doesn't work. The app's screwed up. So we'll see at the end of the day. If I can't call, hopefully I can call tomorrow and tell them, hey, what's going on. So in the meantime, I got about an hour and a half left on this crazy dash. I haven't made anything. Well, spent over an hour trying to deal with this issue with the order. So anyhow, let's go to McDonald's, pick up the order, make the delivery, and hopefully things will get better. So see you in a little bit. Well, I just dropped off that McDonald's to this neighborhood I've been to. In fact, I was here this morning with the Spark delivery. And it was a repeat, I think it was a repeat DoorDash Spark delivery. But they are building new houses off the main circle. This is a subdivision of the circle. Well, they built a spar of, in fact, they're building a house right here at the main entrance. They just happen to have enough room to put one. I got a message, please call me if you can't find it. It's a brand new house. Sure enough, the app takes me to, on the loop, on the road, and it says the house is over in the woods behind the retaining pond. So I said, wait a minute. So then I saw the sign. I saw, okay, there's the street sign. Sure enough, their house is like the last of the new built. The house next to them is being built right now. So Google hasn't had yet to update their map with all these new houses here. So just gotta remember next time I see something like that there's a new spur. I've been to this subdivision many times. I remember the very first time it was a DoorDash, and I had to call the lady, and she said, yeah, it was on the very first main set of houses, their first set, and it wasn't completely, and that was 6 months ago. And the app took me to one house, but her house was like 20 houses down. So yeah, we're gonna mental note about that. So anyhow, just picked up a Jack's order here locally, $4 for 4 miles. Since I'm out here, that's all I've been doing is Lincoln, Alabama deliveries. But yeah, that DoorDash. Oh, I just now tried to call customer service, and now I'm getting connected to customer service. So when I'm done with the dash, I'm gonna call them and say, look, hey, what the hell is going on? I don't want to be dinged for not delivering food when the app fails on me. So anyway, so let's go to Jack's and then the customer. See you in a little bit. Pleasant surprise. I now have a new Spark DoorDash customer. The reason I know this is because the house, wait a minute. It was a Spark delivery I did when I first started Spark. And I came out all the way out here. And what I remember in the instructions is the house, gray house with the white steps. And then I turned up and she says, they changed the name of the road. And she said it's now the new name. And she came out and she says, I remember you. I said, yeah, when I came out here, it was early in the morning. It was damn cold. And she said, yeah. And then I asked her, I'm out of curiosity, I said, DoorDash has been having problems. She says, yeah. It won't tell me where you were at or what to update, and no, nothing. So the customers are not getting any information. So I think something blew up at DoorDash, or at least in this area. Well, take that back. As I was home for lunch, I saw another YouTuber, a short, about how her order disappeared. Well, that's what happened to me. My order just up and gone. So I think something, it could be it could be what one of the commentators, a person that commented on one of my videos mentioned that sunspot activity is real heavy, and I've been having issues, DoorDash app going away. So they said some communication issues going on. So anyway, that could be it. But yeah, nice little surprise. Repeat DoorDash Spark customer, and she remembered me. So anyhow, so let's head back. Let's hopefully make it back and get a good order. But that wasn't too bad. That was $4, 4 miles, and I make a repeat customer. So let's head back and see what a crazy day. the DoorDash crashing is really messed up. Everybody I talked to, so yeah, their orders are backed up. Jacks that I just picked up, they said their orders are backed up. So yeah, something happened. So all right, let's head back home. Let's see what else happens. See you in a little bit. Well, just signed off. Picked up another Dollar General, $4 for 2 miles.
Go past Hackney Street and turn left on...
To the same Dollar General I did 2 stops ago. The last one I did, it was a Dollar General grocery, DG Market. Now I'm going back to the one right here in downtown Lincoln. So, gosh darn. What a crazy, crazy day. So, all right, to Dollar General we go, and then do some shopping. See you in a little bit. Thank you. Hi, sweetie. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. Hi. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm sorry. You were keeping warm over here. I'm sorry. Well, I just delivered at Dollar General. Very easy. 3 items. A can of baked beans and 2 energy drink. Hawaiian Punch energy drink, of all things. The actual brand name, Hawaii Punch. It's called C4 or something like that. Hawaiian Punch energy drink. Learn something new. So I'm going to drive through Lincoln. I got just over 30 minutes left in my dash. Yeah, it's what a crazy day. I'm sorry, I keep saying that, but this has really been a crazy day. I was hoping to make at least $50, but I lost an hour, because of the crash or whatever the craziness that's going on. So, well, try to head back to base. I've been in Lincoln most of the day. I think I've only picked up an order twice, and I think they were both Chick-fil-A's. And to come out here, so. But I lost that Oishi order. It was, even though it was 13, 14 miles, it was over $11. That would have been helpful. So anyhow, well, let's attempt to make back to base, unless I get probably the craziness. I'll probably pick up another Dollar General order out here. So anyway, let's see what happens. See you in a little bit. With 5 minutes left in my dash, I picked up a stacked order. I'm going to Aztec's Mexican Grill, and then I think I'm going to Walgreens after that. Let's take a look. Yeah, $9.17 for 7.9 miles. Yeah, going to Walgreens afterwards. So, what a crazy day. So let's go to the restaurant in Walgreens and make the delivery. I wonder if it's to the same person. Let's see here. No, 2 different people. So 2 different people. So let's go ahead and finish this delivery, and then we'll call it a day. So see you in a little bit. Well, I just dropped off the pharmacy, and I'm out, excuse me, I'm out here in Raglan, but I'm before the cement plant, so I'm only about 3 miles down the road, so I'm about 5 miles from home. But something very interesting happened, and it's related to one of my early videos. One of my early videos that I made was how I delivered, as a DoorDasher, I delivered 4 dog beds to this lady, and afterwards my car smelled like dog poop. If y'all remember that. I'll see if I can put some link, So anyway, the Mexican food I picked up was delivered to the same person. And actually, it was her boyfriend that ordered it and had it delivered to her. For a minute, she said, "No, I didn't order it. Just no." Then I showed her the name of the phone, and she says, "Oh, yeah, that's my boyfriend." Because I called because the app took me between 2 driveways. There to 2 businesses. The one I went to, and the one was a concrete business. When I tried to deliver those dog beds, I thought it was at the concrete place, but no, it was next door. So I figured that's what it was. So I went in there. She came out eventually, and they says, "Are you the person that I delivered the dog beds to?" I said, "Yes." Here's the update. I delivered those dog beds. They're $80 dog beds, and she told me that her dogs destroyed them. I mean, just chewed them up and all that. And she said she wound up throwing them away. Probably because they smelled like other dogs, and that's why they chewed them up. That's my theory, since they smell like dog poop. So yeah, I would think that the dog would do that. But anyway, so I repeat customer, even though she was not the original. So the delivery was to a repeat customer for DoorDash. So that was interesting. Once again, pharmacy. This is twice now I've done pharmacy and Walgreens. They don't care. I just show them the stuff. They write down the address that I'm supposed to deliver to, and that's it. And they hand me the medicine. There's no barcode, no photos to be taken, nothing. So anyway, well, that's the end of the crazy DoorDash, with the DoorDash app crashing. And I've talked to every customer and every business that I picked up since I had that problem, and everyone said they've had issues. Finally, while I was sitting there waiting, right before I got this order, that text message that I tried to contact, finally a support person contacted me via text. They said they are aware of the situation, and just as I entered the dash here, I only made 8 out of 10 deliveries. One was a delivery I know I canceled, and the other one is the one that I attempted to do, but the app crashed on me. So I'm gonna make my way home, and we will take a look at the summary of the day and see how well I did today. So excuse me. So let's see what happens. See you in a little bit. Well, I'm back home, and unfortunately I did get dinged from the order that it disappeared from the app and I couldn't complete it. Now they dinged me, so I've lost 2 points, overall points. So I'm down to 93 overall points. My completion rate is at 99. I've already called. The lady says she couldn't do anything. They must be having some major problems. So I'm still platinum, but I've now lost 3 points today. That's that shrinks my wiggle room quite a lot. So yeah, because I did declined one offer, and it brought me down to 81, where I lost a point there. I'm now 27 out of 30. I used to be 28. So, but before we continue, let's go ahead and look at what we did for Spark this morning. So, Spark was actually not too bad. Especially, I was getting a little worried about not getting an order. So, for today, I did, did 2 orders today. So, for Spark, confirmed earnings, $32.81. And unconfirmed tips is $15. So, if I, get the tips, that's almost $50. So, that's what, $47.81? So, not too bad, not too bad. So, now, on to Dash. Like I said, I'm down to 93. So let's look at the earnings. That almost an hour delay because of the app and all that really cost me. So today, Dash, I made $52.94. That last double stacked order helped. I had 9 complete deliveries. I think they must have marked the wrong item completed. Let's see. Total Dash time, 4 hours and 38 minutes. So with the 52, and if I get the tips, almost 47. Almost. Maybe even hit exactly $100. We'll see. So, yeah. Today was a food bar day. DoorDash crashed, causing all our ratings to go to bad, and this. Yeah, there's going to be. They should just mark today as a freebie. No change to rankings. But, man, I don't know if it's I don't think it was sunspot activity on this one. I think it's a DoorDash wide application failure. Something happened. Maybe we'll see it in the news or something like that. So anyway, I'm going to end the day. Like I said, that last DoorDash helped a lot. Renewed acquaintance with the lady I delivered the dog beds to. So that was funny. So anyway, a lot of adventure and a lot of misadventures today. So if you like this video, I urge you to like it. And if you enjoy what I do with the channel, I urge you to subscribe to the channel. At the same time, I urge you to join the membership club so you can see the recap of the week video, which includes what happened in the past week, some insights, look at the money I made, the expenses I incur, and the mileage that I drove, and some more other bits of information. So, yeah. If you're interested in the equipment that I use, especially the DoorDash and Spark equipment, the bags, the other stuff that I use, and if you're even the equipment that I use for YouTube, it's all there. And if you're interested in the clothing that I wear, I urge you to go to my store and look at the clothing there and the options, and see if that's something that you would like. So anyway, well, what a strange start of the week. I hope everything gets fixed. I hope they fix my stuff so I can get my 2 points back. I don't want to wait another 100 deliveries to get those points back like I did last time, because I lost 5 points when customer claimed I didn't deliver. So anyway, so we're going to call it a day, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. So in the meantime, we'll talk to you later. Bye.